And off this video, it says Bangladesh, the most toxic country in the world.
Bangladesh, the most polluted country in the world. It has the worst air quality globally. Breathing in these particles can reduce the life expectancy of its inhabitants by up to 7 years.
Oh yeah, I'm not going here. I'm not going here. I will never go to Bangladesh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Every day, 350 tons of garbage are dumped into its rivers, and drinking the water is like consuming poison due to its high levels of chemicals and arsenic. The noise in the cities is so extreme that many people suffer from permanent hearing loss.
Oh my God.
The meat consumed here absorbs all the metals in the air, becoming a source of diseases for humans. What you're looking at right now was once a river. Today, we're going to witness the damage that humans can cause to the planet in the most
that river dry up? What the
toxic and polluted country on Earth. We are in Bangladesh, specifically in Dhaka, the most densely populated city on the planet, with areas that can have up to 150,000 inhabitants in 1 square kilometer. I must say, I visited many polluted places around the world, such as India or Lahore, which is considered the most polluted city in Pakistan. But I have never seen anything like this. Here, the entire country is contaminated. The most shocking part is that what is visible to the naked eye is not the most dangerous. The garbage is actually the least of the problems. The real crisis is the toxic chemicals in the water and the particles in the air. What's in the air? Breathing in the city, you can feel something dense entering through your nose, and it's the mixture of smoke, coal that's in the air from heavy metals, dust, and all the pollution. Here,
why do you stay there? Ain't no other city close to Bangladesh that you would just go to? Can you leave?
are the highest levels of air pollution in the world. They are 15 times worse than those recommended by the World Health Organization.
What the fuck?
It is estimated that breathing for 1 day in this city is equivalent to smoking about 25 cigarettes. Places like these, there are no precise studies, but it could be equivalent to 40 or 50 cigarettes. Seriously, your nose starts to hurt from how dense the air is. I want to see if you yourselves can appreciate in the distance something that looks like mist, which can no longer be clearly seen at the very end. That is the smoke mixed with dust and everything that I'm talking about. That's what we are breathing right now. The particles in the air are 30 times finer than a human hair and are loaded with heavy metals such as arsenic, lead, mercury, cadmium, and more. The old, poorly maintained engines running in the city also contribute to the pollution, emitting hydrocarbons, black carbon, sulfur dioxide, and other pollutants. These particles penetrate the lungs and enter the bloodstream, causing respiratory, cardiovascular, and even cancer diseases.
Wow.
Studies indicate that the inhabitants of Dhaka live on average 7 years less due to pollution. Brick factories are one of the main causes of air pollution in Dhaka. It is estimated that 7,000 brick factories across all of Bangladesh produce 23 billion bricks. And
these motherfuckers out there building bricks? Yo, what the oh my God, I never thought about how bricks are made. I thought you just cut a brick from like a big piece of wall or something, like how you cut cookies or some shit. How do you build a brick? Isn't it like cement? Right? Yeah, it would be cement, right? Yeah, that's how. Okay, all right. I thought of it right. I kind of think I thought of it right.
To prevent the authorities from interfering, it is said that they bribe them to avoid any type of regulation. As a result, these massive kilns burn wood, coal, and other fuels to produce bricks. And as you can see, everything goes directly into the air without any type of filter.
Dang.
They are responsible for roughly 60% of the air pollution in Dhaka.
They must be making money from it. They must be making money. It gotta be some money. Somebody getting some big ass money. Somebody making some hella money. Somebody making some real good money.
Also affects the food people consume.
There's no
meat
way.
Sold in open-air markets absorbs all the particles in the air.
Right.
Vendors wash the meat with water contaminated with arsenic and other chemicals. Additionally, the lack of refrigeration encourages the growth.
How I know somebody getting money? Because on God, if I got money, I am not breathing in these. I'm not smoking 25 packs. I'm not smoking 25 cigarettes a day just because I want to live here. No. Hell nah. So I know the person who got that brick factory, who tell them what to do. I promise you, he got his mask on all the time. Or he lives somewhere where he ain't got to wear his mask.
Growth of bacteria like salmonella, while flies deposit bacteria and parasites. The high temperatures make the meat spoil quickly, generating toxins. This leads to food poisoning and severe gastrointestinal infections in people. I have never seen anything like this in my life. The butcher shop is an entire meat market right next to the train tracks and in the middle of traffic, practically in the heart of the city. Unbelievable. Here is the butcher shop, here is the market, and right in front of it are the metal bars that separate it from the train tracks.
That's why they do it.
People on top of the train. And here is something I hadn't seen. There are people who don't move when the train passes, who are working in the middle of the track. This can't be. Look, I can almost touch it. Once the train passes, everything goes back to normal, and those who can't get a space off the tracks, they are installed on the tracks.
Right.
There are people on the train tracks doing business, and they don't even move when the train passes.
Right.
One of the biggest problems that has occurred, it's the contamination of drinking water, not the river, the drinking water, the piped water. It turns out that in the 1970s and 80s, they drilled hundreds of thousands of wells to avoid surface contamination. So, they dug wells and realized much later that approximately 20% of all the wells were contaminated with arsenic, a mineral that affects the nervous system, causes skin cancer, lung diseases, and so on. What was initially done with the intention of improving people's quality of life ended up killing thousands.
Damn.
And it is said that even now, some few people have no option but to continue using these wells. This is considered the greatest mass poisoning of all time. The problem with the water is so severe that I'm finding that not even the local people drink water from the tap, unlike in other countries where, when the water is contaminated, the body gets used to it and they can keep drinking. I'm told that very few people do, practically only the poorest. They are the ones who have to adapt to taking that poison, which the government takes from the water tap. They filter it, remove the arsenic, the chemicals, and sell it like this. This costs 30 takas, which is about 25 cents of a dollar, around 110 colognes, 18 liters that can even be found on the street. This is how people access better water. If one day you ever feel completely, really tangled up, stuck, not knowing how to get into the work, remember this man fixing it. The city's telephone lines. One of the main causes of the extreme pollution in this country.
One of those rip out and you can't get a call that day. This everybody phone? What the fuck is this?
Telephone lines. One of the main causes of the extreme pollution in this country is that it has one of the worst sewer systems in the world. Between 80 and 90% of all waste falls directly into the river without any treatment. And it is estimated that every day in the rivers of Dhaka, 350 tons of toxic waste. Here we are seeing all the sewage of the city fall, all the fecal waste, the feces, urine, and medical waste.
I knew it had boo-boo in there. I knew it did. I didn't want to say nothing too early because, damn, they got to drink that boo-boo water sometimes. But I knew it had boo-boo in it. I knew it did. I knew it did. Because I'm like, dude, there's no way they don't got boo-boo in there on these streets. There's no way. There's no way a motherfucker ain't just walking by one day, oh, I got a boo-boo, pull his pants down, let that shit flop out, and keep it pushing. There is no way. There is no way. These motherfuckers, I don't know, Bangladesh people, y'all just look like y'all just sometimes y'all gotta poop. Y'all gotta poop. Y'all just drop the shit right there. And I knew it had feces. I knew it. I knew it did. I knew.
Here we are seeing all the sewage of the city fall, all the fecal waste, the feces, urine, and medical waste produced by 20 million inhabitants fall directly into the river without any treatment.
Boo-boos.
And yet this is not the worst.
Men, women, and
Bangladesh
children.
is the second largest textile industry in the whole planet. Dhaka is a giant textile factory. And all the chemicals, surfactants, detergents, dyes, and metals they use like lead or chromium all go into the river without treatment. We are in what is supposed to be the cleanest area of all Dhaka, the modern part, where the rich people live, which is said to be a bit more satiated, and where the government cleans more, because there are embassies and companies. And even so, see how we can find a park. And the most striking thing is that if we approach this pond, which is the largest in all of Southeast Asia, in the past, it was used for a king that lived here to bathe his elephants. We see how pipes coming from factories in the city fall here, releasing tubes that land here, and see the reactions that chemicals cause as they mix in the water.
Y'all not fooling. That shit is green, gang. Bro, you jumping, bro. Hold
Bubbles are coming out of the pond.
Bro, you jump in this shit, you turn into the Joker. Dead ass.
Maybe you, like me, wonder if there is garbage collection in this city. If the government does anything
I didn't wonder that. I didn't wonder that 1 second. I knew goddamn well there ain't no goddamn people in here cleaning up no trash.
The city. And yes, it exists. We just saw those responsible for collecting this, for cleaning the city. But it turns out that the culture, the habit of throwing trash on the street is so ingrained in people here that it is impossible to clean it all up. This is just from today.
Shorty ass is not cleaning that shit after she just cleaned it yesterday and it's back dirty. She's not doing that shit.
This is only from what has happened today. And here, you can find, I saw a cow's leg. I saw meat that was just thrown out. So that spreads viruses and germs. And also, there are people living in these holes we see behind here. Just now, I saw people coming out who live next to one of the thousands or millions of landfills in the city. The smell emanating from them is unbearable. It makes you want to vomit just walking by here. We can see in very small businesses, like these little kiosks behind, that there is always trash in front from what people buy. Anyone who buys a bag of bread or some snack eats it and immediately throws it on the ground. It's part of the culture. All the trash that comes from these small shops.
Oh God, we all litter, bro. Chill out, nigga. Chill. We all know about reduce, reuse, recycle. We all know about that shit. Sometimes we do that shit, sometimes we don't. Let's give it a buck. We all litter sometimes. I throw that shit out my car window. Boom. You know what I'm saying? A little napkin ain't gonna do nothing. You know, a little piece of crust, I go, I'll just play.
Shopping centers is simply thrown here in the ditch. People take it out of their place, so it doesn't bother them there, and just throw it in the ditch.
On God, like New York.
It's normal to find the ditches completely covered in the city of so much garbage, but it's okay. Life goes on as normal. Even here alongside, there are sales of fruits, food, and all kinds of products. It's okay. I can't believe that the most sensitive area, the one they should take the most care of, is the worst I've seen of. In fact, it is the largest garbage dump we have found in the city. The riverbank. It doesn't make sense what we are seeing here. This is what a canal in the middle of the city looks like.
Who dog that is?
In fact, they don't stop dumping more garbage. It's already just like a public dump.
Chico.
Everything you see here is trash, covering what was once a river.
That's crazy.
And we notice it because right at the
all that goddamn trash soaked up all the water in the river. Ain't no more river.
Very end, there is still a little water running towards the Buriganga River, the most important in Bangladesh. The rivers are just like dumps.
Don't you bet not God damn it, you bet not throw that shit down there. Oh my God, bro, I'd be so mad.
Come up and throw away whatever trash they have to dispose of.
Don't drop that shit.
In these kinds of videos, I don't like to exaggerate. I like to tell you the reality of what I'm seeing. There are areas here in Bangladesh where not even a mask can filter the amount of smoke and things in the air. And there are areas like this one where my eyes are watering. I can't even see well because of the number of particles in the air. This is one of the most affected by pollution in Bangladesh.
Bro, if you go there, you got to go to the doctor when you get back, bro. For real. For real. Damn, you got to go to the whole doctor when you get back.
Bangladesh. What we are seeing is not a channel nor a pipe. This completely black water you see here is the Buriganga River, the most important river in the whole country. He is already biologically dead. It is one of the most polluted in the entire planet.
Damn.
We are going to take a boat to navigate it. Even the traffic on the water is
Oh,
crazy.
that water black.
Look at this ferry leaving alongside us without any kind of control. This other one, and we are going to move it forward.
My nigga, you ain't got no life jacket in on. Oh, hell no. This shit is black. This water black.
I don't know if we are going to stop or not. This is one of the most important ports in the south of Asia. So there are hundreds of ferries that when they stop, they throw all their garbage into the river. They don't even care for putting it somewhere else.
Oh my God.
And also, I don't know if you can see what they were telling you because of the sun's reflections, but the water is completely black.
I knew it.
It's because the river is biologically dead. That means there is no life here, no fish. Many years ago, fishermen lived off the fish they caught here. But now, look at this. It's all pollution. Maybe there are some microorganisms around, but nothing that could feed those who lived off the river. All the fecal waste that reaches the pipes, the sewers, or the city's large canals ends up here. Everything ends up falling here.
Wow.
Chemicals from all untreated factories. This is what they have left. We are discovering that there are people living on the boats. It is a means of work and the only space in the city they have to live. So they live their lives here, bathe in this water, which is the only one they have access to, and relieve themselves.
No, my
all here in the river.
Relieve themselves. You ain't fooling me. They be busting nuts in that water.
How, Sway?
In the city, apart from all the pollution we have seen, there is a type of pollution. What is invisible pollution? You might already be hearing it. It's pollution. Acoustics. Noise levels so high that they cause progressive and irreversible damage to the ears, and also keep people at high stress levels. And that can also make them react aggressively in everyday situations.
Oh God, they be ready to throw hands in that traffic, boy. Fuck around, hit my, what is these, I don't know, my carriage? Like, what do you
For
call
this
these?
reason, street ear cleaners exist. And they have a lot of work, partly because people think they have earwax, but actually they are hard of hearing. Something very curious and striking is that at first glance, it seems that it no longer affects them. It's like they've already adapted to the
shorty's trying to get on the bus moving.
pollution. Very few people, like him, can be seen wearing masks, showing they care a little because of what happens. However, it is estimated that about 270,000 people die each year in Bangladesh due to pollution. And almost 50% are children who are the most affected.
Damn.
Well, my friends, finally with this sunset, truly spectacular on the Buriganga River. Despite the conditions it's in, it's still beautiful to see the sun set from a little boat, calmly sailing on the river. Tell me what you thought of this video. For me, very shocking. Never in my life had I seen the harm we are capable of doing to the planet. And I hope this—
saying I don't know what the hell they got going over there, but I ain't do it. Yo, people in Bangladesh, shout out to y'all, man. W video, bro. W video. I like this video.